Hey everyone, Robert here. I just want to say if you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to rate and review it. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Will There Be Cake? I'm Robert Lamb. With me as always, Amber Simpson.
What up, what up?
And today we have a very special guest. They're always pretty special, but this guy's the specialist. He's a specialist. His name is Kris Cartisano. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're here to celebrate another exciting holiday, and I can't wait to hear about this one.
Yeah.
What is it, Amber Simpson?
Today is Junk Food Day.
Ooh. And that's about
I like junk food.
Junk food.
Eating junk food. This is if you're on a diet or you eat healthy, today's the day where you take a break.
Yeah.
Eat some sweets, some fats, some salts, some calories. Get it all in today.
Get all of it. Eat as much as you can.
It's a good cheat day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I eat junk food. I don't save it for one
until recently
day.
Where you decided to be a reasonable adult.
Oh, I'm super healthy.
All you ate is junk food.
Nope, I'm healthy now.
Yeah, you're healthy now.
I ate Brussels sprouts yesterday.
It's probably, and I just watched him eat some eggs. And
I ate an egg and an oatmeal.
And oatmeal.
And an oatmeal.
One oatmeal, please.
One grain.
One grain of oatmeal. Yeah, I eat healthy now. No, I've been eating healthy for like a few months now.
Yeah, months.
I ate like semi-healthy beforehand. I was trying to limit it. Like I haven't had fast food like that often in the past like year or two, like at all. But I eat healthier now.
Yeah, but I've heard the stories from you of Child Robert who would hide all of his healthy food and cry until his mom got him McDonald's.
Child Robert would take because my family, we weren't very like family oriented. Like we didn't sit at a dinner table and like eat like a 3-course meal. I don't know what you eat at the dinner table with family, but we didn't eat like that. So my mom would just make me food. I would go into my room and I would watch TV while I ate. A lot of times I didn't want to eat those peas or those green beans or spinach. So I would be like, man, I need to go to the bathroom. Let me also take my plate with me. And then I would dump it all into the toilet, flush it, and be like, all done.
No one suspected anything weird about the guy taking his plate to the bathroom?
I mean, my mom, she would know, but I remember one time, like, I would try to do it when she wasn't there. Like, she would go into the other room to, like the living room to, like, watch TV. So I would wait until she's not paying attention, then I would walk to the bathroom. But I remember, like, walking out of the bathroom one time with, like, my dad was, like, standing outside. He was about to go. And I, like, opened the door, and he's just standing there. And I have, like, a plate of, like, half empty. And he's like, didn't you just get that? I was like, yeah. He's like, why would you take that in the bathroom? And I'm like, I was on my way to my room, which was 2 steps to the left. He's like, yeah, okay. And he's like, you better not be throwing food down. I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, all right. But he knew. I used to, I don't want to explain this one, but so I used to take food. I didn't like food. It wasn't just like junk food. I just didn't like eating.
That's so weird.
Super weird.
I used to take when I was like really young. I used to take the food and I would put it in paper towels. Like if I couldn't make it, like if I couldn't get to the bathroom, if my parents were near, I would take it and I would wrap it up in paper towels and then I would shove it in like my sweater drawer, because no one opens the sweater drawer in Florida. So I just shoved it in there. So what happened was I would do that, and then when I would get home from school, I would throw it out before my parents got home because they got home after me. Like I would get home earlier. So I would do that. Well, what happened was I forgot one time, and my mom was doing laundry, and she came in to put clothes away for me, and she opened that drawer, and there were roaches in there.
Ew!
And I was like, oh, I forgot the food. And then she was like, Robert! And then I got grounded.
All right. See?
So that's that. That has nothing to do with junk food, but those are fun stories.
Well, still. That's what you
ate. Guys liked vegetables and shit like when you were kids?
No, not really.
Loved it.
Really?
When you were a kid?
I liked some of them, but not all of them. So I didn't start liking broccoli for the last 5 years of my life.
Right. That's when I started liking, I'll eat vegetables now.
But I liked green beans and corn and that kind of shit.
There's a few that I liked. I actually did like spinach. Spinach was the one that I liked, and I liked canned spinach, which was weird.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's really weird.
That was the only one my mom would be like, I don't know why, but
I
here.
used to like snack on raw spinach and ranch, and just that was like my chips and dip.
See, I never liked ranch as a kid either. I didn't like a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I ate meat and like bananas.
Meat and bananas.
Steak and banana, please.
I'm a meat and bananas kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean that's true though. Like I wouldn't eat, and then like my mom would panic, and then she'd be like, tell my dad to like go get me something from like McDonald's or Taco Bell. And he's like, no, he needs to eat his food. And my mom was like, well, he's not eating anything, because they would be like, all right, fine, Robert, if you don't eat this, you're going straight to bed. I'd be like, good night. And I would like tuck myself in at 7 o'clock at night. See you in the morning.
Guess I'll have sleep for dinner.
Yeah.
You sound like an awful child.
Probably. I don't know. But now I eat healthy.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
But
today's junk food day, and all you ate was eggs and oatmeal, so you better eat some junk food.
I'm going to eat some junk food. And oatmeal.
One oatmeal.
One oatmeal and an egg.
Okay, so the term junk food was popularized in the 1950s. Don't know why or how it came to be, because no one wanted to tell me in my research. But the term really only caught on with the radio hit Junk Food Junkie in 1976. That's when people started using the term junk food.
You know that hit song, right, Chris? Sing a little bit of it.
Junkie.
Is that what it? Sounds like a 007 song.
Sounds like it probably was not as cool as that, because it was 1970. We'll see.
No, you never know.
Weird that the term got coined in the 70s. I would have assumed it had been around a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Oh. Well, junk food, I mean, I don't know. People came up with shit in the 70s.
Yeah, with a lot of things.
Bra burning, that was the 60s, really. Never mind.
So, yeah, I didn't really get many facts on this. I mean, except for suggestions on how to celebrate.
I mean, so junk food is just essentially anything that's not technically healthy for you. So, like Pringles
it's technically
is junk food?
Things that are high in fats,
Probably.
sugars, salt, and calories.
So all the good stuff.
So the sweets, usually. Yeah, and the fast foods.
Anything in those middle aisles at the grocery store. If you stand to the outsides, you're pretty good. That's where the eggs and the fruit and veggies and the meat is.
Yeah.
But once you start going into those middle aisles, that's where you get all the chips and the Milanos and
all the
frozen section.
Yeah. The frozen section is all right, I guess.
Yeah.
But they got waffles and shit.
Ice cream.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but if you go to the frozen vegetables, that's healthy.
Like the barren part of the aisle where nobody is. You have like 9 guys huddled around Ben.
Hey, frozen vegetables are cheaper than normal vegetables for some reason.
Are they
and
really?
You get more of them. It's
that's
I get them
true.
for like $1. I get like a pack for like $1, and it's like feeds 5, and I'm like, well, I'm 1. and this costs $1 for 1 carrot.
Usually, it's
Right.
like in my experience, it's like if you buy the fresh, it's cheaper because you have to like cut it up. I guess it depends what it is. I don't ever buy fresh broccoli, but like.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought. Oh,
like celery. When you buy celery, if you buy like a thing of celery, like a stalk, whatever it's called, it's like 97 cents for the whole thing. But if you buy them all chopped up, all ready to go, it's like $3.
Because that's
motherfucker.
You got to pay for the labor.
Yeah, the extra steps.
Yeah, it's like when you take your car down to get fixed, you're paying for the labor and stuff too, not just parts.
And when you buy raw chicken, that's more expensive than frozen chicken.
Is it? I mean,
what's the other way around? That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Anyway, studies show that consuming junk food once in a while doesn't have a negative effect on your health. It's only when you eat junk food for the majority of your meals.
See, that's why I only eat it like once a day.
Unhealthy.
That's it. I just eat it one time.
It's a high risk of obesity, diabetes, and heart issues. But today,
splurge. Do it. Like, honestly, eat junk food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do it
Maybe
all.
Not.
Eat chocolate and just straight up maple syrup for
just a glass of maple syrup.
Google.
Just eat your favorite.
And then for lunch, have some gummy bears and like on top of a pie.
Ooh.
And then for dinner, eat a little bit healthier. Eat some
strawberries covered in chocolate.
Strawberries covered in chocolate, and some Pringles and some
Pringles.
Cheetos.
You could stack
Flamin'
Pringles
hot Cheetos
and make a better flavor.
Stack the Pringles. Put chocolate in between those Pringles. Make a little sandwich.
Gross.
Chocolate on everything.
Sweet and salty. Sweet and salty.
Chocolate on everything. Just get a chocolate fountain for today.
What's your favorite junk food? Amber Simpson.
Oh my God, that's a hard question.
All right, we'll come back to you. What's your favorite junk food?
Yo, I was really banking on you having an answer.
I really love junk food, so I mean, it just depends on my mood. I love candy, but sometimes that's like too sweet.
But are you more of like a chips person or like a candy person, or?
I don't often just like grab a bag of chips and eat it, but I do love chips, I think.
But you grab a bag of chocolate and just eat them.
Yeah, I will.
Just chocolate
Yeah.
chips.
But lately I've been
those.
eating like like dark chocolates, which are healthier for you.
That's true.
They sell these like, I forget the brand, but it's like dark chocolate covered like fruits, like dried fruits. They're really good.
Oh, yeah.
I put them in the fridge.
I like yogurt covered raisins. Like
Yeah.
those are pretty good too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the only fat guy who's like, yeah, I like to wipe out an entire sleeve of Oreos.
Yeah. Ooh, that used to be that used to be one of my favorites. I really love chips and salsa. That's probably a junk food. I don't know.
Yeah, but chips with
and
guac
queso,
is a little bit
which-
healthier.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's got guac.
See, my problem is I turn everything into junk food because I struggle with portion control. So it's like, it's probably
If
not
it's
bad
too
for
much,
you. And
yeah.
then it's like a gallon later. It's like, Chris, put it down.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like with anything. If you eat like a ton of it, that's why like Oreos. Like if you just eat a few, you're fine. But yeah, if you're
What
wiping out
serial
like the
killer
whole
eats
thing,
like 2 Oreos and goes, that's enough. I'll save the rest for
Right?
later. No,
Yeah.
like I open
Well,
it up and I
that's-
go, well, there's a
that's
whole
my
sleeve.
issue.
I
Is I'm
dip
trying
mine
to
in
eat.
milk.
Well, I'm trying to eat healthier, but like I do like sweets every once in a while. So like
Right.
after I eat like a healthy meal, like later on, I'll have like one time during the day, maybe I'll have like I like gummy candies. I don't know why, I just do. So like, but to portion those out, I'm like, oh, if I have 8 gummy bears, that's really like it's like 50 calories, and I'm good. But I'm like, I can't just eat
Who
8
eats
gummy,
8 gummy
gummy
bears?
bears. Like I pour it out, I'm like, I can do that in one mouthful.
Yeah, exactly.
It sucks.
Sucks.
Eating healthy sucks. So I like junk food day.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll eat something today. We'll eat some snacks.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what we could eat?
Will we eat it?
Will we eat it?
Will we eat a cake today?
Well, duh, it's a junk food.
Yeah, this question never stood a chance.
Yeah.
There's no way you're like, no, I'm not going to have cake on junk
You know
food
what?
day.
Fuck cake
That's true.
today.
Do you but do you have cake for like dessert, or is that just your meal for one of the meals today?
You celebrate it at breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start the day off with the cake.
A slice
a nice
for
little
every
coffee
meal.
cake for the morning.
Ooh.
For lunch, you have
Carrot cake because you're trying to
carrot,
be healthy.
yeah,
Yeah.
carrot cake, and then dinner you have just a regular cake to celebrate.
Just your
junk food
favorite
day.
kind of, maybe an ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake. You always go ice cream cake.
Oh, God, I love ice cream
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
cake. Ice cream
I-
cake is great.
That was another thing when I was a kid. I actually didn't like cake or cupcakes or cookies either. I didn't like any of that stuff.
That's
So like
weird.
when I used to have a birthday, my mom was just like, "What do you want?" And ice cream cake was the only one that I'm like, "You can get like I'll eat that one. Like that's fine."
What did you eat?
I know,
I didn't
right?
eat much at all. I was like super skinny then. Now I made up for it, but I was super skinny then.
Weird.
Yeah, I just didn't like food. It just slowed down the day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Slowed down the day.
I had things to do. I had video games to beat and homework to do. You think I had time to eat food?
There are people who eat to live and other people who live to eat. And I grew up in a family where my dad was 300 pounds and he's like, we eat to live, you know?
Yeah.
Or no, not
But
live,
you're
I'm just kidding.
Italian,
Yeah, no.
Live to eat.
so
Live to
they
eat, that's the
love
one,
to
yeah.
eat.
And it's all day. It's like, man, if you're eating, it means you're sitting at the table with family. So we enjoy doing that. So let's just put food on the table and they'll never leave because the food will be there all day long.
Yeah,
So we
That
would
sounds
sit around and
amazing.
eat for like 8 hours
you're
a day.
in one of those families that they're like, eat.
Yeah,
You're
they're
skin
like,
and
oh,
bones,
yeah,
even though you're
exactly.
not.
Yeah, like growing up, they're like, "Oh man, you're a rail," and I was like, "I'm 110 pounds," and they're like, "I'm like, yeah, but I'm in the 3rd grade. Like this is absurd." And they just keep shoving food in my face.
Keep going, eat more. Yeah, no, I wasn't that person.
I wasn't that person. Me
No.
neither.
Yeah.
Eh.
Oh well.
All right,
All right,
I got
so
one
that's-
more. I got one more fun fact
okay.
before we sign off. All right. The first cotton candy machine was invented by a dentist in
Why?
1897
He wanted more business.
This is exactly
That's
what it is.
because it was called candy floss back then.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if people were actually using that?
Trying to floss their teeth with
The
cotton
dentist
candy.
is like, yes, I'll have so many patients now.
That's brilliant.
That's
Yeah.
how you get customers.
Exactly.
Okay, do you like cotton candy?
I love cotton candy, but it has to be. I like fresh cotton candy, like at like movie theaters or whatever, the grocery store. You can buy like a prepackaged bag of cotton
no, that's
candy.
not good.
Yeah.
Nah, but if someone has a cotton candy machine, I'm all up in that.
Like that YouTube video of the guy like
Yeah.
trailing it for like a mile behind him as he like swirls it around.
Oh, I never saw that. I'll have to look.
I
It
mean,
up.
it's not really a mile. I'm exaggerating a lot, but he makes it there, but he goes out into like the street and he's like swirling it. It's like this long trail all the way to the maker and stuff. And
That
it's, like,
sounds amazing.
yeah, doing tricks and shit.
I'm gonna look it up.
Does like a backflip.
Can we just also address like more on what is junk food? Because on one hand, people are like, "Oh, well, all fast food is junk food," but you think of something like Panera Bread, which is generally more of the
That's
healthier
a healthier
choices,
though.
but is it still fast food? Like you're still.
I don't
still
think
junk
Panera's
food?
fast food because they don't have a drive-through.
I mean, they have like
Yeah.
a whole bakery section, and people consider like Chipotle, junk food and fast food.
I don't
and
think
again, there's no drive-through.
Yeah,
Well, I think a lot of people get fast food kind of like put fast food and junk food together, but that's not necessarily the case. Not all fast food
It's
places
good
are
food
junk
quickly.
food. Yeah.
not fast food.
So yeah,
I think Chipotle. I don't think Chipotle. I think Chipotle is definitely like a healthier.
I think it depends also what
version.
you get
Yeah.
from Chipotle.
Yeah, if you
I'm
just
probably
buy a bag
sound
of
like a-
chips, then you're not being technically healthy at that point. If you go to Panera and you're like, "I'll take 4 cookies, please."
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, they still offer like a lot of junk foods. I don't think no one says, "Hey, I went on this Panera Bread diet," and went there and ate healthy all the time. I mean, even like their healthier options are still like high calorie foods. And
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
I mean, Chipotle is the same thing, but I saw some guy who did he ate a bowl every day for a year.
and he was the happiest man who ever lived.
And he was like, yeah, and
Oh
he
my
was like
gosh.
healthy though. And he was like, he lost weight and he actually but he got the same thing like for lunch and dinner. Same thing. I'm like, I don't think I could eat the same
That's
thing
what
for a
Jared
year.
from Subway did. He's like, "Oh, I lost all this weight eating Subway," and then you find out like he had a 6-inch roll or like even a 12-inch, but he divided up like I had a quarter for breakfast, a quarter for lunch, and whatever, and it was
Right.
all vegetables too.
Yeah. But also, I think the guy at Chipotle didn't look at child porn.
I mean, can we prove that? We didn't
So
find out till
maybe
years
that
later.
had to do with something. Or maybe he did. Honestly, I don't know. They haven't caught him yet. But this
Took him
is
a few
just a
years.
YouTube star.
Oof.
Oh wow, yeah. No, I think a lot of it has to do with also just eating healthy and like exercising and stuff. You can still have like my friends who like work out all the time. They still eat junk food. They just make sure that they limit it and
right.
they eat healthy for the rest of the time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's all you gotta do. But
all you gotta
today,
do.
you definitely should eat some junk food. It's junk food day.
Definitely.
Eat junk food all day. Definitely have
day.
a cake. It doesn't have to be shaped like anything.
Yeah.
Just do a regular cake. We always have to shape it like something. But not today. Today, it's just a regular cake.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks, Kris, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And for me and Amber, we're out. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.